Well, this week in practice, what's come to mind for a heart space contemplation and some food for thought is sometimes I think we want our growth to be like perceivable. Understandably, it's natural to want to see the evidence of our expansion and our learning, but sometimes growth happens really slowly and sometimes like out of discernible perception, but trusting that every experience that we have is building um, and moving us in a direction, right? So our experiences are cumulative. Every time we have an experience, that data, that information is being registered within our body, heart, and mind. So even though sometimes growth is hard to see when we're looking directly at it or when we're so close to it, but then over time, like a few years later, we can look back and recognize, yes, I'm no longer in the place that I was before. And I think that's where trust comes into the picture, where we trust that growth is happening, it's occurring, that expansion is happening. And sometimes there are little signs along the way, right? When I encountered this experience, I responded in a different way than I would before. Or when I revisited this shape, this posture, right, when we're talking about our yoga mat, it felt different in my body, or I was able to breathe deeper within it. And so there's these little signals that are maybe more subtle, but paying attention to those are the evidence that, again, every experience that we have is cumulative. So even though growth doesn't always look linear and it's not always like perceivable from a big, like kind of flashy point of view, it is occurring. Yeah. I think I always like to think about it as like glacier like sometimes. So trusting that our growth is happening, even when we cannot necessarily perceive it from where we're standing in the moment. But usually, I think if we do look deep and we look close enough and we maybe step outside of ourselves a little bit and then look in, there are signs of that growth happening. So, anyhow, maybe there's something within there that resonates or feels interesting for you to contemplate while you're moving and breathing. But let's start in seated meditation just so we can settle into body and breath, and then we'll move from there. So go ahead and find your comfortable seat, maybe cross-legged or on a yoga block. And then just take a moment to settle into your posture and eventually close your eyes when you're ready. And as you shut down your eyelids, just noticing if that inward gaze gives you a little bit more perception of the subtle. And can you feel the subtle sensations more intimately when we close off the sensation of vision? A visual input can sometimes be quite overstimulating. And so when we close down our eyes, we're able to turn inward and notice the subtle sensations a little bit more closely. There's less data coming in to drown out the subtle sensations when we shut our eyes. So feeling into your body, make any final adjustments to your shape. And start to tune in to the rhythm of your breath. Maybe you first just notice the natural rise of inhale and exhale, the organic flow of your breath before anything's adjusted. Just to kind of offer a baseline of breath. And then over the next couple of cycles of breath, begin the process of deepening. Deepening every inhale down into your belly. And finding length with each exhale, slowing down each breath out. As we gradually deepen our breath, maybe we start to notice how the sensation of the breath starts to subtly change. Maybe we notice how the contents of the mind shift as well. It's from the heightened awareness that mindfulness offers that we can see these more subtle shifts. We can notice change when it's taking place. Even if that growth, that shift, that expansion, whatever it might be, is happening at that more glacier-like pace. As you continue to deepen your breath, just noticing again how the breath is creating shifts within you. With each inhale, with each exhale, maybe you feel a little bit more of the clutter within your mind starting to fade away and clear. Maybe you notice the energy of your body shifting to be more centered, more grounded. Maybe you feel any tension from your body start to melt away. Any tension across your forehead, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders softening. Noticing how each passing breath helps to arrive us to this moment more completely. And how the more completely we are connected to the present moment, the more at ease and at peace our body is. The quieter our minds are, and perhaps the more open our hearts are too. And starting with a cleansing breath together, when you are ready, go ahead and take a really full inhale through your nose. And then open mouth exhale, relax that breath out. So in two more like that. So a deep breath in, breathing down into your belly. As you release the breath, feel your body relax. One more time, deep breath in. And with an open mouth exhale, we release and relax. So you seal your lips, take a slow inhale through your nose. Then keeping your lips sealed, exhale through your nose. Staying with this Ujjayi breath. When you're ready, take your time to slowly start to open your eyes and find your tabletop pose. Just making your way to all fours as you're ready. Staying connected to each inhale, each exhale. And eventually allowing the movement of your breath to create the movement within your shape. So as an inhale moves through your body, lift your heart and tailbone to cow. And as your exhale travels through, begin to round your spine to your cat pose. And taking that twice more, we inhale to our cow shape. And then we'll let our exhale guide us to cat. One more time, inhale, cow. And follow your exhale to cat. Coming back to our neutral spine. I'm just going to take one hip opener before we start to make our way towards down dog. So sending your left foot out to the side for your extended leg tabletop. Anchor down to the four corners of your left foot. Think about untucking your tailbone to the sky, so think kind of like your cow spine, hardened tailbone are lifted. And start to send your hips backwards in space any amount. And you can find a sweet spot and you can stay there, or for the next breath or two, you can find movement moving forwards and backwards to encourage openness to your left hip. Then from here, sliding forward, we're going to slide our left foot to the outside of our left hand. You might have to walk your hands forward a little bit. We're in our lizard lunge. So this can be quite a bit of a deep hip opening this early in practice. You can choose how far you take this. You can stay here as you are. If you want to, you can drop to your forearms. And then whether you're on your forearms or your hands, if you'd like to add in a thigh stretch, you can start to bend your right heel to your seat, flexing your right heel towards your glute. It's available, or if you want to just reach in that direction, you can twist your left hand back in space, either reaching towards your foot or connecting to your foot. And then if it feels natural for your left toes to rotate slightly more to the left, or for your left big toe to peel off the earth, just allowing that to naturally happen. And then take one cycle of breath here. As we start to release, go ahead and send your right leg long if you have your right knee bent. And then just pressing through your hands, shift back into a child's pose. Take your knees wide and reach your hips to your heels just for one cycle of breath. Noticing the difference between left and right sides, and then start to shift forward again, and we'll find our way into our one-legged tabletop, single-legged tabletop second side. Reaching your right foot out wide, get super strong through your right leg and right foot. Make hardened tailbone are proud, and then start to send your hips back in space. Again, either searching for that sweet spot to pause, or finding some movement forwards and backwards. Maybe one more cycle of breath here. And just like we did on the first side, as we start to slide forward, we're going to bring our right foot with us. You can always help it there. Maybe walk your hands forward, make any adjustments you need. Finding your lizard lunge. Again, hands or forearms, and an option for your left heel to bend in. And then I encourage you to explore flexed ankle here. So flex your left heel, squeeze your heel towards your seat, and an option for your twist. Maybe your twist and catch. As you rotate your ribcage towards your right thigh, if you're finding the twist, feel your shoulder blades pushing your heart forward. So your back body is encouraging openness to your front body. Let's take one cycle of breath. As you are ready to release from this, take your time. We're just going to go back into our tabletop pose this time. Shifting to all fours. Take your hips a little side to side if that would feel good, releasing that opening. And eventually tuck your toes and find downward facing dog. Send your pelvis up and back. Take a breath here, maybe pedaling through your feet. And as you relax to your head, use an inhale to start to reach your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. And your exhale, bend your knee and open your hip, feeling into that space we just created. Then inhale, three-legged dog, re-extend your right leg. And then exhale, take your right knee towards your left tricep, shift and twist. Three-legged dog, big breath in to reach your right leg high. As you breathe out, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Bending your cow lunge, inhale your left knee to a hover, open through your heart. And then exhale to your cat lunge, slowly start to lengthen your legs. And from here, bend into your right knee. When you're ready, step forward to your forward fold. So intentional step to the top of left foot, join to your right. Let your knees soften, dive across your thighs. We'll take an extra breath in this forward fold. So head heavy, slow inhale, and slow exhale. With your next breath in, begin to find your halfway lift. Lengthen out, engage through your center. And then exhale, forward fold, release. Rising all the way to stand, your breath lifts you taller, Urdhva Hastasana as you inhale. And soften your knees and hinge forward with your exhale. Halfway lift with a big breath in. And then find your high plank pose on exhale out. Take a moment to get strong in your plank, so actively driving through your hands to draw your front ribs to the back of your body. And engagement through your thighs, quads are nice and strong. Trying to maintain the space between your shoulders and your ears. Inhale to shift forward. The knees up or down, exhale all the way to the earth. Stretch your elbows straight back as you reach the crown of your head to the front of the room. Once you arrive to your belly, untuck your toes. Inhale to lift into your low cobra, hovering your hands to feel the strength along your spine. With your exhale, release to your belly. And inhale, low cobra or high cobra. So maybe feeling up into your high cobra with the support of your hands. Just listening to your spine as you go. And then a breath out is going to bring you back to your belly. And we'll inhale to cobra or upward facing dog next. So you get to decide, do you want to go to cobra? Or would you like to explore now length through your arms and that lift through your thigh bones? When you're ready, downward facing dog, your core strength pulls your pelvis up and back. And at the top, take a moment to arrive, maybe another pedal through your feet. With an inhale, switch your left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Use your exhale to bend your knee and open your hip. Three-legged dog, take a big breath in. Left knee towards your right tricep, shift and twist, breath out. We inhale, three-legged dog, lengthen back. Use your exhale and your core to place your left foot forward to the top of your mat. When you arrive, cow lunge, breathe in as your right knee sinks low, stretch your sternum forward. And with breath out, lengthen through your legs, cat lunge, hamstring stretch. Begin to bend into your left knee and step forward to your forward fold, Uttanasana. We'll inhale to lift up halfway through our torso. And then exhale to release. With breath in, rise to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. On your breath out, forward fold, soft knees, find that hinge. Take a half lift as you're ready. Your inhale to extend. And exhale to high plank, step it back. We're going to inhale forward to our tippy toes. Then exhale to the earth, the same control and intention as before. Shoulders out of ears as you descend to your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale low or high cobra one time. And then as we exhale, we're setting up for gecko pose. So take your hands wide as you lower down. Fingertips to the earth, elbows stacked over your wrists, and shoulders out of your ears. And your next breath in, lift your chest up any amount, maybe pressing through your fingertips for more height. With exhale, dip your left shoulder and then look to the right. As you inhale, bring it back to center. On your exhale, dip and twist your right shoulder in and look to the left. And follow an inhale back to your center. And with your exhale, encourage your heart forward as you lower. Hands return by your low ribs for your upward facing dog or cobra. Follow your inhale to lift your chest. Then exhale to downward facing dog, hips go up and back. Take a deep breath through your nose. Then open up, exhale, let it go. We're gonna inhale right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. On your exhale, bend your knee and open your hip. Be flexing your heel to your left glute. From here, three-legged dog, take an inhale to re-extend. Exhale, right knee, left tricep, find your twist. Moving to our falling triangle, thread your right leg through. Allow your left heel to rotate down to the earth. As you open your heart and reach your left hand high. Take a nice big breath in. Let your left shoulder really lean back. Then exhale to your three-legged dog. Left hand's gonna land. Use your breath in to reach your right leg to the sky. Step your right foot forward as you breathe out. Cow lunge is our inhale. Left knee sinks low. And then cat lunge will be our exhale. Extend through your legs. Adding on here, as you bend into your right knee, keep your left thigh bone strong and lifted. We're gonna rotate our left heel down for a deep side angle. So your right hand can be on the inside or outside of your right foot. You can also use a block. Just for a moment, we're gonna twist our left hand high, take a breath in. As you exhale, circle sweeping through a wide-legged forward fold, turn all 10 toes to the long edge of your yoga mat and dive down. Inhale to lift up halfway. On your exhale, bend your left knee for your side lunge or your skandasana. So either one. Take an in-breath, think proud chest. On your out breath, rotating towards the back of your yoga mat, find your low lunge first. Your right heel return to the earth, and then this time we're gonna go up to our warrior two. Raise all the way to stand. Then in your warrior two, just take a moment to settle to find your breath. With an inhale, stretch forward with your left fingertips. Exhale, side angle, left forearm maybe to your thigh, reach your right hand to the sky. Carrying width across our collarbones, draw your shoulders out of your ears, feel your sternum stretch forward. And from here, extend your side angle, so anchor down through your right heel, reach your right hand up and overhead. As you rotate your right palm to face the ground, think about reaching your right thumb to the wall that's behind your heart. And with a big breath in, reverse your triangle, lengthen all the way up and back. Then as you exhale, warrior two, settle back into your warrior two. We're gonna do that. I feel like this transition is a little bit tricky, so at least it feels tricky in my body. We're going high crescent to the back of our yoga mat. So your right hand can help guide you. As you start to turn your heart to the back of your yoga mat, you gotta unhook your right heel. You might feel like you're in a slightly more narrow crescent. That's okay. Just as a little bit more of a balanced challenge. Take a breath in. On your exhale, standing splits. Hands come to the earth. Lean forward and sweep your right leg to the sky. You can explore a closed hip standing splits here or an open hip standing splits. Deciding what feels good for you. Take a big breath in. With our exhale, we're gonna bend our knees and find chair pose. Right foot arrives to the earth. With your inhale, lift up through your heart and hands. Utkatasana. And exhale, airplane your arms beside you. Moving into a little bit of standing balance. Get strong through your left foot. Engage your belly and flamingo your right heel to your seat. Good. Now we're gonna find a spicy flamingo today. So keeping the flamingo shape, just slide your right thigh bone back, but keep your belly strong. Your right hamstring is gonna catch the back of your leg, right leg's gonna get strong. Keep the hamstring curl, and then slowly rise up, so you're in a no-handed dancer's pose. Taking your inhale, maybe a little bit of a back bend. And as we exhale, airplane pose. Take your time to extend backwards. Big breath in. As you breathe out, crescent lunge, right toes release to the earth. Reaching your hands high, find an inhale. And exhale, goddess arms. Option for your right knee to sink down towards a hover. With a big breath in, rise up and reach up. And as you breathe out, hands come down to the earth. Three-legged dog. Inhale, reach your left leg high. As you exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Think about flexing your left heel to your right glute. Three-legged dog. Extend your left leg long. Left knee towards your right tricep, twist across. Going to our fallen triangle, thread your left leg through and open up to your right side. Right heel lands to the earth. That's going to help you lift your hips with your breath in. As we start to release that breath out, find your way back to your three-legged dog. Right palm plants. Lift your left leg high with the breath in and step your left foot forward, breath out. Cow lunge, let your right knee lower. Open your chest. Then exhale to your cat lunge, extend both your legs. You bend into just your left knee, deep side angle, right heel rotates down. Just for a moment, we're gonna open our heart up, right hand to the sky. Think left knee stays wide. And circle sweep it down to your wide-legged forward fold. As you inhale, lengthen halfway. Use your exhale to find your right side lunge or skandasana. So right knee is bent, left leg is long. And you can choose either side lunge or skandasana. Give it an inhale. And we'll rotate to face the front of our yoga mat again with our exhale. Warrior two. Left heel plants and then root through your feet and slowly drive up to standing. Allow yourself a breath here. So slow, mindful inhale. Slow, steady exhale. Breathe in, reach forward through your right fingertips, lengthening through both of your side bodies, and then tip into your side angle with your breath out. Feel the anchoredness of your left foot, and then from that anchoredness, start to extend your side angle. So even though the shoulders are still drawing down the back body, there's a line of energy from left heel to left fingertips. You find that rotation of left palm towards the earth, left thumb to the wall behind our hearts. Right shoulders out of our ear. And then from here, we start to root down, and we'll inhale to reverse our triangle, tip it all the way up and back. Good. Exhale to return to warrior two. Left hand will guide us. High crescent to face the front of our yoga mat. So as you unhook that back heel, go slow. Again, you might be at a really narrow crescent lunge. That's okay. Just give it an inhale, take a rib cage off of pelvis. And exhale to your standing splits. So left leg is going high. Again, you can work your square hip, standing splits, or you can open it up. Take a nice big breath in. On exhale, we're gonna bend through our knees and step into chair pose Utkatasana. Finding your chair, take an inhale. With exhale, airplane your arms. Power through your right leg. As you're ready, flamingo your left heel up and in. And get super strong through your belly to support your low back, and then slide your left thigh bone back in space, feeling your left hamstring catch. Your left glute is strong. Keep your heel to your seat as you rise up to your no-handed dancer's pose. You can keep some softness to your right knee. Inhale, maybe a little bit of a back bend. And exhale, airplane pose. Take all the time you need to lengthen and fly. Shoulder blades are drawing towards each other, so our chest is open with our inhale. We land lightly to crescent lunge as we exhale. Breathe in, reach through your fingertips to the ceiling. Breath out as goddess arms, optional dip of your left knee to a hover. Think about continuing to lift your heart as your hips sink. Inhale to rise and reach up tall. Exhale, hands to the earth. From here, three-legged dog, we inhale right leg to the sky. Like before, we're gonna exhale to bend and open through the knee and hip. This time, stay or wild thing. So left leg stays long, pivoting onto the outside of your left foot like a side plank. Bring your right tippy toes to the earth, then open your heart to the sky. Take your inhale. On your exhale, start to find your way back to a three-legged dog. So breath out, point up to your right palm. Inhale to reach your right leg high. Exhale to your left, tricep twist underneath. Falling triangle, thread your right leg through and open up. As we hold here, option to stay or take an inhale. On your exhale, you're gonna bend your right knee to your chest, and as you lift your right knee, maybe your left elbow comes down to tap your right thigh. We'll all meet back in our three-legged dog one more time. Left hand lands, reach your right leg up, and step your right foot forward. Inhale, cow lunge, sink your left knee low. And then when you're ready, exhale, cat lunge. Bend into your right knee. Deep side angle, lower your left heel to the earth. Twist your left hand to the sky. Option to stay here. Option to move towards your triangle pose. So for triangle, you can start to lengthen your right leg any amount. Your right hand can be on the inside or the outside of your right foot. Your right hand can be on a yoga block, or your right hand can be on your shin bone. Get super anchored through the outside edge of your left foot. And find a little gentle core engagement here, navel to spine. Allow the back of your heart to lean back and open, and then draw your chin away from your chest, opening through your throat. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, we're gonna bend into our right knee, circle sweeping to our wide-legged forward fold. All 10 toes rotate. Breath in to lift up halfway. On your breath out, heels in, goddess squat. When we rise up though, we're just gonna bring our hands to our thighs. And knees nice and wide, open, collarbones, open chest. Take your breath in. Like we did in our gecko pose, we're gonna exhale, right shoulder dips to center, find your twist. Be looking up to the ceiling as you rotate. Follow your next inhale back through the midline. And exhale to your second side, left shoulder dips in, twist, and look up. As you bring it back to center, strong through your legs, slow motion. You're gonna circle sweep to the sky. So going as slow as you can. Navel to spine, anchor through your feet, root and reach up. And then warrior two to the back of your yoga mat. So to get there, first turn your right toes to the midline, and then bend into your left knee. If your stance is a little short, you can always just slide that right foot back. Yeah, that same transition that we did before, we're gonna go crescent lunge to the back of our yoga mat. So again, go slow, hugged at the midline. Might feel a little bit narrow. Right heel end hooks. We reach up, big breath in. Exhale to your standing splits. Hands come to the earth. Reach your right leg high. Take an inhale here. And exhale, chair pose. Bending both of your knees. Find your way into your strong seat. Big inhale. Airplane arms with exhale. Left foot is our base. So to find your right heel up and in for your flamingo leg. Core stays strong, then slide your right heel up to the sky for your spicy flamingo. Right thigh bone still hugging to the midline. We'll rise up into our no-handed dancer's pose. Option for a little bit of a back bend as you breathe in. Exhale, airplane pose, send it back. Take 2 cycles of breath in your airplane. Think about upward energy through your entire body as you inhale. Shoulders out of ears with exhale. Get 1 more breath in. Crescent lunge as your breath out. Hands to the sky with your inhale. Goddess arms, option for right knee to sink to a hover as you exhale. Think about ribcage and pelvis stretching in opposite directions. Breathe in, rise and reach tall. On your breath out, hands come down to the earth. Follow your inhale to reach your left leg to the ceiling, 3-legged dog. Exhale to bend your knee, open your head. An option to stay or take a slow tip into your wild thing. Your inhale is opening your chest to the sky. On your exhale, begin to find your way back to a 3-legged dog. Left hand lands. Left leg lifts. Take a big breath in. To your right, tricep breath out. Fallen triangle. Extend and open with your inhale. Stay or get super strong with your right foot. As you breathe out, bend your left knee up into your chest and maybe tap your right elbow to your left thigh. Back to our 3-legged dog, plant your right paw. Inhale to lift your left leg tall. And exhale to step your left foot forward. You take this moment to catch your breath. Right knee is going to hover as we inhale. And when you're ready, exhale, lengthen your legs. From here, we bend into our front knee. You first find that deep side angle, right heel rotates to the earth. If you reach your right hand to the sky, you can stay here. Or you can start to go to your triangle pose. I'm scooching my right foot a little bit closer because I prefer a shorter triangle, but also because my mat is really slippery. So feel free to adjust accordingly. So remember, in our triangle pose, our left hand can be on the inside or the outside of our left leg. It can be on a block, or you can bring it out to our shin. Sometimes you can reach big toe as well. Yeah. We're going to plant super strong to the outside edge of our right foot. So we hug muscle to bone through our legs. Think about allowing our right hip to open. Allowing our collarbones to open, draw your shoulder blades down your back body, and then untuck your chin from your chest. A little bit of core engagement here, navel pulling to spine. Take 1 more cycle of breath. As you're ready to release, bend into your left knee. Circle sweep down through your wide-legged forward fold. Take your time. And inhale to lift up halfway. On your exhale, start to find your goddess squat. I'm gonna go hands to thighs again. Inhale, tall chest. On your exhale, dip your left shoulder in first this time. Maybe bend through your right elbow if you want a deeper twist. Rotating your gaze to the sky. Inhale to your midline. And exhale to switch. Right shoulder dips in. Maybe bend your left elbow as you twist your gaze towards the sky. That can help get it into your thoracic spine, so getting that rotation into your upper back. You come through center. Getting tall through your body, pull in through your belly. And as slowly as you can, keeping your knees nice and wide, press through your feet. Start to circle, sweep up. Finding length through your legs, squeezing through your strong glutes. Then warrior two to the front. So left heel is going to spin back so we can open the right toes forward, the right hip forward. From here, high crescent lunge. We rotate to face the front of our yoga mat. Big breath in. And standing splits with your exhale. Left foot's going to lift to the sky, hip opened or closed. Find your inhale. And exhale, last chair pose, bending through both knees. Left foot arrives to the earth. Squeeze your strong seat to rise up. Let an inhale extend through your body. Then exhale to airplane your arms beside you. So you find your airplane arms, you're going to send your energy to your right foot and start to flamingo your left heel up to your seat. Active through your center so your low back doesn't take on any of this effort. Slide it back into your spicy flamingo. Okay, so core stays strong, low back stays supportive. That tension goes into glute and hamstring through your left side. No-handed dancer's pose. Slowly rise it up, keeping that hamstring curl, left heel to seat, flex to the foot. Breathe in, lift your chest. Maybe there's a little bit of a back bend here. And then as you exhale, airplane pose, lengthen out. Trying to find 2 cycles of breath in your airplane. So focus on full inhales, slow exhales. And eventually we're going to step back into our high crescent lunge. Take your time to land with control. Inhale to extend towards the sky. Exhale, goddess arms. Again, if you're dipping your left knee to a hover, think about continuing to lift your heart and ribcage as your pelvis sinks. From here, we rise up and reach up, big breath in. Hands to the earth, breath out. And from here, we're going to step back into our downward facing dog. Right foot just joins the left this time. Paddle through your feet, take a moment. Maybe take a big breath through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, letting it go. Now walk your feet a little bit closer to your hands and about as wide as your yoga mat. So nice short and wide downward facing dog. You can bend your knees if you need to. Pushing the earth away through your hands. Right hand's going to twist to catch the outside of your left ankle. Remember, you can bend your knees, bend your right elbow, and pull your heart underneath your left armpit. You should continue to push the earth away with your left hand, and take a breath. And switching sides, right hand releases forward. Left hand is going to twist across the outside of your right ankle. As you bend your left elbow, pull your heart underneath your right armpit. Push the earth away with your right hand, stretching your sits bones back in space. And take a breath. And as we release, walk your feet all the way forward into your forward fold. And then go ahead and bend your knees and sit down to the earth. Okay. You can face whatever direction you want to on your yoga mat. I'm going to rotate to face you. We're going to take one more seated stretch and then we'll lay down. We're going to send our left leg out long and bring our right foot towards our inner left thigh. It doesn't have to be touching, so think right knee wide, left leg long. So you flex your left toes to the sky. Think about externally rotating your left thigh bone. So that might be subtle, but you're thinking about taking the pinky edge of your left foot open and down. So my left thigh bone is moving towards the plants behind me. I'm gonna sit up really tall as I inhale. As I exhale, my left hand's gonna start to slide down the inside or the outside of my left thigh. And I'm going for my side body stretch. So right hand's gonna reach up and over, and then similar to what we did in our side angle, we're gonna flip the palm down. My thumb is reaching to the plants behind me as well. Now let your left arm be supportive. So that's either left hand maybe to the earth up here, left forearm to the ground. You can use a block if you want. I'm still externally rotating my extended left leg. And then I'm twisting my left sternum to the sky and using my left arm as leverage to roll my heart open. Now I can use my left hand and push down and away from my body to help root my right hip to the earth as well. So left forearm is pushing down and away. And then reaching through my right fingertips, trying to create more distance between rib cage and pelvis. Let's take one breath here. Maybe head hangs heavy for a moment. If you want to take a breath in the forward fold variation, slowly and gently, lifting up, turn your heart towards your left toes. Feel your left thigh bone pulling backwards as you reach your heart forwards and dive down just for one breath. Awesome. As you rise up, we're just going to simply switch sides. So you're going to send your right leg out long, left foot comes in. Think about an anterior pelvic tilt. So front of your pubic bone spills forward to the earth, your tailbone's going back and up. Flex your right toes and then that external rotation through your right thigh bone. When you're ready for your side body stretch, right hand's gonna start to make its way down. Again, this can be on the outside or the inside of your right leg. And one side might feel very different than the other. So this side is particularly sticky for me this morning, so I'm gonna stay up a little bit higher. And I have my right hand on the outside of my right leg this time. I can use a bend through my right elbow to kind of play with depth as I go. And again, I can push down and away through my right hand to keep my left sitting bone grounded. Maybe you find that rotation, external rotation to the upper arm bone of your left arm, which in this case is it kind of feels like internal rotation because of the direction of the arm, but thinking palm to the earth, thumb to the wall behind you. Take one more cycle of breath. And you can stay here, or if you want to take a breath in the forward bend, again, rise up and out a little bit first, really mindfully. Turn your heart to your right leg, and then fold forward any amount. When you feel complete, you're going to slowly, gently, mindfully rise up and out. Bend both of your knees and then take a windshield wiper moment. So feet a little bit wider than hips distance. Tick-tock your knees from side to side. Any time that your knee is in the center, so either knee is in the center, for that internal rotation, you can squeeze the glute of that knee. So in this case, my left knee is in, I'm squeezing through my left glute. As I bring my right knee in, I'm going to squeeze that same side glute. It's just going to help open through the front of our hips. Cool. As you feel complete, go ahead and scooch forward so you have enough room to lay backwards. Knees bent, flex your feet into the earth, get super tall through your torso as you engage your belly. Reaching your hands forward, take an inhale, and then keeping the anchoredness of your heels as you exhale, slowly start to lower down. Think proud chest for as long as you can, and then allow your spine to round, slowly descending down to the earth. We'll reach into a full body stretch as we arrive. And it might feel good here to think about knocking your knees to center. So internally rotating your thigh bone. So think about letting your knees bend a little bit as they need to. Bring your big toes to touch, heels wide. And as you bring your thighs to center, imagine you could like roll the tops of your thighs to kiss one another. So internal rotation, which is the opposite of what we do a lot of the time in our yoga practice. Squeezing through your thighs, and then release and relax. Draw your legs together, so you're in one long line, and then draw your right knee towards your right shoulder. Continue to think about hugging your thigh bones to the center line of your body. Maybe flex your left heel forward. As you inhale, you can curl your nose up towards your right knee, tucking in through your chin. Continue to flex your left heel. And then as you exhale, head and shoulders will release back. And we'll find a supine twist. In your twist, take 2 to 3 cycles of breath. And then just for a moment, you'll choose either figure 4 or Gomukhasana, or so right ankle on your left thigh as you bend your left knee. You can bring that figure 4 towards you. Or Gomukhasana, you want to slide your right thigh on top of your left. Bring your knees to stack at center. So either one, take a deep breath into your hips. Slow breath out. Then take your time, but when you're ready, you're gonna unwind your legs. Release your right leg long, draw your left knee to your left shoulder. You can think, hug your thigh bones to the midline. Maybe flex your right heel. It's okay if there's a bend through your right knee, but think inner thighs squeeze to center, right heel reaches away. Then maybe you draw your nose up towards your left knee, tucking through your chin, take an inhale. And as we exhale, head and shoulders will drop, and we'll find our twist. And take one more cycle of breath. And just like before, you'll choose figure 4 or Gomukhasana. So left ankle stacks on your right thigh for figure 4 as you bend your right knee in. Or slide your left thigh bone to stack on top of your right. So from your figure 4, you just continue to slide your left leg across so your knees come into one line. And whatever shape you've chosen for your hip opener, flex your feet. Feel free to take a little bit of movement from side to side. And then offer one slow breath to your shape. So you're ready to release, unwinding through your legs. Option for a happy baby moment. And nice big breath in. And with exhale, we're going to make our way towards Shavasana. So just as you're ready, feel free to add any final movements in along the way, but eventually you're going to send your legs out long. Then take a moment to settle into your space. and allowing for adjustments within your body and how you've landed upon the earth. And then once you feel ready to settle in, allow your eyes to close. And then take a deep inhale through your nose. And eventually open mouth, exhale, release that breath out. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And then open mouth, exhale, let that breath go. And perhaps staying exactly as you are and just closing practice from your back body. Maybe bring one or both hands to your heart, either stacking your hands at the center of your chest or drawing your hands into prayer, Anjali Mudra. We just take this final moment to pause in gratitude. Deeply appreciative of this practice that provides a clear pathway to insight, clarity, connection, wisdom, deeper understanding, and ultimately liberation. We pause in gratitude for all the growth and expansion that is taking place and has taken place. And in gratitude of our bodies, our breath, and this time that we shared. Let's take one more deep inhale together. Then open mouth, exhale, release that breath away. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. And may our practices lead us to live with authenticity and to love deeply each and every day. Thank you so much for being here this morning and taking this time. And namaste.